Hey, good afternoon, I'm Scott, and we're gonna do a little bit of math today, as is the case usually on Do the Math. But I have a couple things you might be interested in because I know that in my classroom, my students often get this wrong and I don't want you to do the same thing. And that has to do with exponents. So let's say we have a couple of problems here. Let's say we have like 4 to the third times 4 to the fifth power. And some of my students will say, you know what, Mr. Henry, I have heard that there is a trick to doing this problem. And I'll say, okay, tell me what's going on. And they do it wrong. So here's what I tell them to do, and I'm gonna suggest that you do the same thing when you are working on exponent problems. I always say to write it out. If you write it out, you get it right. Both rights in the same sentence there. Here's how it works. 4 to the third, most of you know that means you're gonna have 3 4s. So this is 4 times 4 times 4. There's 3 of them there. In fact, you can make a little branch here if you want to. And guess how many there are here? So we have 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4, 5 of those. And then in the middle, of course, we're multiplying those together. If you want to combine these with the same base and figure out which exponent comes at the end, just add them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you happen to know a little bit of a shortcut about how to get to the 8, go for it, but you got to know where it comes from. Here's where the problem lies. Sometimes a student will have a problem like this, 4 to the third power and that whole thing to the fifth power. And that is a whole different answer. I'm gonna ask you to do something that I ask my students to do, which is take an extra 12 seconds and write it out to make it right. Here's how it works. 4 to the third, you know, means 4 times 4 times 4. And all this says is do that 5 times. 4 times 4 times 4. 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. Good thing I didn't do 6s, huh? 4, 4, 4. How many 4s do you have at the end? Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm not gonna tell you about any kind of rule or way you can quickly do these problems. I think this is the best way because not only can you see what's going on, but it has been my experience that most students find it, they can get the right answer if they can draw it out and see everything that's actually happening. So don't forget, write it out to do it right.